I really want to talk about my top 5 apps that have really helped me with organizing my business and life in general, especially with being a new mom and also having another part-time job. The first app I want to talk about, I actually used it before I even had a business. It's Canva. Canva is great because you do really like anything for design. You can also create social media assets, social media, everything. You can also take advantage of some of their really pretty fonts. They have some fonts that are just like you could pay for them on like Creative Market and whatever. Canva is also where I created my pricing guide for my wedding videography. So I have that on there and it houses like video and everything. I can send that to people and then they can view like all of the pricing just super easily. Canva is free. I personally pay $12 a month for their subscription because you just get a lot more features. You can put your branding, colors, and everything in there. And what's great too is that you can also have other users come in and access your account. So if you hired a VA and you needed to outsource some of your design work, people can come in and then just be able to kind of pick up where you need them to. HoneyBook is going to be the second app that has really helped my business. So I have a whole other video talking about how I have set up my initial email response, like when someone reaches out for wedding videography or pricing information, I can just send them a super simple like, here's my information. You can also see if they have seen your email, so that's really helpful too. Google, I have to say Google Drive and Google Calendar, they both work so well together. First of all, Google Calendar, I have everything in there. I'm working on another video talking about how I use Google Calendar and Notion to create a workflow of just planning out my whole life, content like this, my business. I'm working on a video for that, so stay tuned if you want to see it. But for Google Drive, if I am working with an editing assistant for my business, then I'll upload all of my footage onto Google Drive and then I can send them that link. That is where I keep footage for my like outsourced editing help. And then also where I have people send me stuff. I will say that I pay for 2 terabytes of storage subscription. I think I only pay like $9.99 a month. Okay, so the next app, speaking of calendars, I love an app called Calendly. So Calendly, it's a free app where you can sync it with your Google Calendar. I definitely advise getting something that people can automatically just book a call with you at the specific times that you have designated being like your phone call or meeting times. You can pick your availability when people can book a phone call with you, which is primarily what I use it for. And then also, since it's synced to your Google Calendar, if you have gone into your Google Calendar and then you had said, hey, I need to, I have something going on this day or whatever, then Calendly will automatically block that out for you so no one can book a call. Okay, I sort of hinted to it, but I love Notion. It really is my second brain, and I think more than ever, having mom brain now, you're just kind of like, I can't think of every little thing and like keep track of every little thing. I keep in Notion even like the paint colors on the walls of our house, or even just like password hints or things that I will never like keep front of mind. First of all, Notion, I can just like think of a keyword that I know I typed at one point and then I can search it in Notion and then it brings me to all of the areas where I had talked about that, or I can easily find like what I'm looking for. But yeah, I organize my business, like branding assets, projects that I'm tracking, deadlines for videos I need to complete, client work, YouTube, planning out my content, finance tracking, really everything. And I will say that if you want to try Notion, definitely start with templates, because templates. Definitely start with templates if you haven't used Notion before, because it's going to save you a lot of time. Once you get the hang of it and learn how to customize it, you can turn it into exactly what you need it to do for you. I made another video recently too, talking about a template that I personally made for wedding videographers. Any project-based freelancer could probably use this template. Once you click into this template as well and make a duplicate for yourself, you'll be able to see that I have a whole video project template in there so that you're able to actually follow my exact like like what I do for each project, both for clients, like a more intricate client storytelling side of things, or if you want to just simplify it and use like the editing checklist. Okay, so I'm gonna just reverse engineer this final thought. Notion is where I plan my life, my business, everything that I'm working on, projects for both myself and for clients, information about my life, journaling, everything like that is in Notion. I will then dive into my scheduling apps. So that is, again, Calendly and Google Calendar. If someone needs one-on-one time with me, such as like a phone call, I use Calendly and I send them that link. And then Calendly is also linked to Google Calendar, which is where I do all of my scheduling of content. I do task batching, which I will talk about in another video, versus time blocking. There's a difference. Along with Google Calendar, I'll use Notion to be able to plug things and tasks that I have put down from in Notion over into Google Calendar. Along with Calendly, that also works closely with my CRM, Honeybook. And so Calendly, I can put a link in my Honeybook initial email. So that's another automation I've set up in my life. Honeybook is going to direct them to Calendly. Calendly is syncing with Google Calendar to make sure that everything is lined up. And so Calendly is like the catalyst. Yeah, very, very helpful. Canva is just like my all-in-one spot for like being able to do DIY design, small things. I make my thumbnails for YouTube also in Canva. In the season of life for me now, it's very just trying to find balance again in using the tools and products and apps that we have available to us to make life even just a little bit easier through automations and simplifying things. Hope you'll stick around for the other videos that are coming out. In the meantime, you might like this video over here, which talks a little bit about my automation and how I automate my inquiry responses from Honeybook.